91X.
These videos from the Coachella Flophouse are made possible by Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine, and we thank them for that. It is Jungle.
Hello, everybody.
Look at that for crowd.
I actually played the song Jungle Love by Time on the air because I got really confused at one point. I actually played both songs back to back just to see if people were going like, what is going on here? Was that a conscious thing that you were trying to, like, did you write that song, go, we really need to mess up this American DJ who played Jungle Love by Time, and you just decided to call your song?
I think, to be honest, you're kind of confusing me right now. It's quite hard to get your head around. I don't know. I think it was something that just
Popped out.
To be honest, I don't. Is it what sort of music is it? I don't know.
Time?
Should we know it?
You know who Prince is, yeah?
Oh, okay.
Prince's protege there was a band called Time, More Stay in the Time. If you're not hip to them, we're going to have a dance party inside. Some of the most genius, it was all Prince produced back in those days, and this song called Jungle Love. And I just thought that they were professing their love for you in 1984.
Future predictions.
You guys weren't even born in 84, were you?
No, not quite.
Yeah. See, that's why I knew it.
I'm sorry.
They were projecting that you guys were going to come out and say we wrote the song called Jungle Love about you before you knew it. That's kind of crazy. So you've never heard the Time then?
No.
All right, we're gonna hip you to them. Everybody's cell phone's gonna go off in a minute here. All right, explain to me. Not from London originally, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Born and bred.
Born and bred. What is it about English lads that can take an American art form and just sell it back to us in a way that we've never thought about doing it before? I mean, it really is some of the best, sexiest dance music we've heard in a long time. You would think that we'd know how to do it by now, but why can't we do it and you guys can? What is the how?
I don't know.
I think music is sort of universal, isn't it? You know,
there's a history of it. You know, you look at Bowie's soul records and you look at I don't know. It's just some incredible.
They're Stones.
Yeah,
everybody stole the blues, sold it back to us.
Sorry.
What's his name? Plan B stole it all. Sent it back to us. See what I'm saying?
Just stole it all.
So my point is, you guys come along, but you haven't nicked it. You've actually done something with it that's kind of made it your own. It still is very English, if you take that as a compliment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
So how does that work? Do you guys just sit in the studio and go, who are first of all, who are the influences? If it wasn't Morris Day in the Time, because you were too young,
it's
everything.
Who was it? It's everything. I think once you get to a certain age, you learn not to sort of like bury yourself in trends and fads in order to fit in with like society or what people think you should be like listening to or making as a musician. And so actually now you get to a point where you just feel completely honest with yourself, and so there's influences from like every single aspect of your life. It's not just like a certain period where like when we were 15 we loved the Strokes. Like when I was 7 the only thing I listened to was my parents' music because that's the only thing that.
And what did your parents listen to?
Van Morrison, reggae,
just general.
Just general music.
You know, for
really.
us, it's just about good sounds. It's about hearing something and going, that sounds great. I don't care if it's rock, pop, rap, or whatever. If it makes us feel good, it makes us feel something. Then
is there
it's a good track.
Was George Clinton like your father or something, or were?
I wish. No offense, Dad.
Can you imagine?
No, actually, I've got to go. My brother basically put a George Clinton CD on my desk when I was 11. And because he was older than me, and when you're 11 and your brother's 14, you generally hate your brother and everything that he does. So I literally put it in the bin and went back to listening to some Pearl Jam. And then,
Did you thank him?
Yeah,
eventually?
I have recently thanked him for that.
Do you remember pulling it out of the bin and actually understanding that what he does is completely different than everybody else?
Yeah, completely. It's just he's insane.
He is insane. I mean, really.
But
have you met him? Have you met him yet?
No. I wish.
It's really, hey, I can do my best. What's going on? Trippiest guy I've ever met before. Interviewed him plenty of times, and he gets trippier every single time. But he's a gentleman, and he actually understands what it takes to get hips to move, toes to tap, and basically also reach into your soul and just give you something that feels good. And that's the difference. There's dance music, and then there's stuff that actually hits you here, the soul aspect of it. So, George Clinton, anybody else? Anybody else that your brother turned you on to that you hated him for and now you love?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah, well, everything they ever gave me. At first, I was just like, nah.
That's it.
I'll
So we can thank, your brother's name is?
William.
We can thank William for getting the Strokes off the playlist and the Pearl Jams off the playlist. and turning you on to some good. And that's why you're here today.
That's exactly why I'm here
So
today.
why don't you just call yourselves Thank You, William?
Doesn't have a very good ring to it.
I don't know. Think about it. The Smiths. Did the Smiths have a good ring to it?
Yeah, but it's syllables. That's very
Did
like
Parliament. Let me ask that. Parliament. Would you name your band Parliament right now with the way they're acting? Exactly. Thank you. I rest my case. All right, what can we expect? You got 2 weekends. Are you changing the setup? Are you going to throw things right? You bring
It's always different.
Beach balls on stage?
Going to throw everything away next week.
You're going to change everything up.
Naked.
Yeah, we just play it in reverse, or just so we round it off. Sequel side.
Yeah, that's good. That makes total sense then. All right, so are you digging this crazy weather? That's
yes, very much so. Obviously, my complexion is not quite acclimatized to this.
No, and your jersey isn't either. That's
We've already discussed this. It's the font. It's the font.
He likes the font.
It's creamy.
But wait, you said Queens Park Rangers?
Yes.
And Chelsea?
Yes.
Doesn't like the cream. It's nice cream.
Thanks, man.
So your favorite teams, Queens Park Rangers, Chelsea. Do you have battles about that? Because they're two London teams, yeah.
They're playing tomorrow.
They're playing tomorrow, actually. We generally ignore each other about about that sort of stuff.
You do?
Yeah, it's no point.
So you've never come to jumping on a train and getting into it and having a row?
It's soccer, isn't it?
There's enough Chelsea fans jumping on enough trains for now.
Okay, that's good to know.
I had a video of that once. On my phone, old phone. I can't show you. But they were jumping.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jungle.
Thank you.
91